Hi, I'm David Mullins, and I work with Walking Stick Retreats. Today, in this video, you're going to hear real briefly from me, from Kathy Sprinkle and Sam Howard, two more teachers that work with Walking Stick. This year, our theme for our fall retreat up in Pennsylvania is going to be one thing, and that's choosing the kingdom. The question really that we're going to be digging into is what's your one thing? So as we talk through that, we're going to be talking and using St. Francis as a starting point in his vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. When we talk about poverty, one of the things that sometimes people get kind of thrown off from is, well, wait, vows of poverty, what does that mean? Really what we're talking about is living a simple life. It can be dealing with simplicity, whether it's simplicity in the things that we own. How many things do you have in your life, things do you have in your house that have you rather than you having them? What are the relationships that have you rather than you having them? Our world tells us more and more and more is better. But I think the scriptures would say having one thing, choosing the one thing, and having that is better than having everything else. So we're going to be talking about simplicity and how that plays out in our life and in our lives together.
Hi, we're excited about inviting you to our fall retreat entitled One Thing, Choosing the Kingdom. And in that we'll be looking at 3 of the vows of St. Francis of Assisi: poverty, chastity, and obedience. I'll be discussing chastity. Now, sometimes we think of chastity as just not having sex, but we look at it as a different way. We look at it as loving purely. Jesus said, "The pure in heart shall see God." Kierkegaard said, "Purity of heart is to will one thing." I'd love for you to join us with the discussions on how we can love ourselves better, others better, and love God better and more purely. Hope to see you there.
The Walking Stick retreat experience has changed over time, and most people who have come once or more now call it their tribe or their family. This year we're going to be looking at St. Francis, and we'll be teaching on his different vows of poverty, and the one I'm wanting to share with you is obedience. Obedience isn't you gotta do it. Obedience is getting to do something that will teach you a thing you've never realized to be true. Jordan Peterson says that if you want to learn something, you have to talk to people that disagree with you because they know the stuff you don't. The whole idea of learning the disciplines of God is that God is trying to teach you stuff that you don't know, and he's doing it for your benefit. So, as we learn to do life together, choose the kingdom.